What's going on, everybody? Trev Wilson here. Welcome back to the Bourbon Ranch. Today, breaking booze. We have the finalists, the best in class, the best in show, bourbons, whiskeys, friggin' everything. The results are in. Today, we're getting into it. So, last week, we talked about the finalists. We went over the bourbons that were competing. And just a couple days ago, they held their huge ceremony and they crowned victors. They did the best in each class, and then they did best in show. We're going to go over to the website. We're going to browse over, see the results, check them all out. We're going to dissect a couple of them because things get a little interesting over there. So without further ado, let's mosey on over there. But first, we got to get a little something in our glasses because over here at Booze News, we like to do a little drinking on the job. Whoop, there we go. In the limited edition Bourbon Ranch Black Glencairn. Now, the good thing about this, you can't even see how much you poured. That way no one will judge you. All right, let's move on over to the website where we are getting all of this information from. This is on thetastingalliance.com. Here it is, right here. If you go to the front page, it's the first thing. This is what you're going to see, the best spirits of 2022. So let's get into it. You click this. It's going to show you all of them. Okay? And then this results page, for those of you who are just, inclined, you click that one, you'll get everything. You will get literally everything. So that's how this breaks down. You can just even narrow this down over here. Bourbon, because there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. And you can just go to class, and then, man, it's going to have everything. So, there we have it. Let's get into it, though. All right, so the first thing you're going to notice on the top are the best in show things, okay? And they kind of narrowed it down. Best in show whiskey. And it's, I believe that it's literally all whiskey. So, Scotch, Irish, bourbon, everything, it appears. It doesn't appear to be a best in show bourbon. So, it's very generalized. In the best in class whiskey is the Ben Romick aged 40 years single malt. Okay, they're just throwing out some crazy hitter bottle, but that's what won best in class whiskey. Let's scroll down, though, to the bourbon section. Best class straight bourbon goes to 1792 full proof. And that's the cool thing. Again, you can click this. I'm pretty sure that this also won previous years. I think, I don't know. It's crazy, though, that this keeps winning, and it makes me think that, and it's a pretty safe bet, that I think that these people who enter this contest, okay, this isn't just judges tasting every bourbon that they can get their hands on. No, companies enter these bottles into the competition, and it very well could be, a very specific hand-selected barrel of 1792 full proof that is being entered into the show. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. It could be a hand-picked cherry barrel, but it won in straight bourbon. Best of class small batch bourbon, up to 5 years. The Penelope Private Select gave you a little foreshadowing earlier. Absolute hitter bottle. Still a little weird because they are the private selects, but I feel like it is fair because everyone else is probably, honey barrel picking these things. So Penelope probably found one hitter, Penelope, and threw it in there. But definitely well deserved. Those guys are absolutely killing it. Penelope, friggin' loving it, man. Best of class overall bourbon. Best of class small batch. So, that's a little confusing. Maybe that's best of class overall bourbon. So, I'm guessing just overall, the best bourbon that they had was Old Ezra 7-year-old bourbon. The one that I talked so much crap last video wins best overall bourbon and best of class small batch bourbon 6 to 10 years. So a lot of people commented in my video that they loved it. And someone brought up a good point, and that kind of goes back to my previous statement in this video. A bottle I have, I've had it for a while now, didn't do anything for me. A lot of people are saying they love it, and maybe it's a newer batch and it's just gotten better. Maybe I need to revisit it. Or remember, maybe they are definitely hand selecting. Maybe they're entering a very specific barrel for this competition. I don't think that would be out of the realm of possibility. I don't think the judges went to the store, grabbed a bottle, and said, this is going to be in the show. Best of class single barrel bourbon up to 10 years went to the Nashville Barrel Company. I think they're relatively new to the scene in terms of their popularity. I feel like they've kind of been blowing up recently, and they're putting out some obviously really good stuff. I think the price point of those bottles are kind of what keeps people away from them, but they are putting out really, really good stuff. All right, so moving on, a little crazy to me, best of class special barrel finished bourbon, TX, Texas straight bourbon cognac cask. Just a random friggin' left field, TX bourbon. This is the one, 2 years straight bourbon and finished for 17 months in cognac cask. So that was what was crazy when I read this in the previous video. 2 years. This is 2 years old, and maybe the 17 months in cognac kind of hid some of those youthful notes, or maybe the Texas heat just gets rid of that. I don't know. That's crazy to me, then. It's wild, but it is fun. That's why you get to see this. You get to see random bottles that show up and say, hey, we're winning this year, baby. Moving on, though, this is a highlight to me, and I even pulled up a separate page because this is just, I don't get this. I do not understand this. Best of class wheated bourbon, Weller 12-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon. If you guys remember in the previous video, this was the only finalist, okay? All of these other ones had at least another competitor, if not multiple competitors. This one, that was it. It was just Weller 12. I don't know. I pulled this other page up because I don't understand this. Here we go. These are the full results. And this is all wheated bourbon that we're looking at. I would assume that the only people who could potentially be finalists are Double Gold, 1792 Sweet Wheat, Double Gold. Horse Soldier, 2 of their bottles, Double Gold. Aim Sir Distilling Straight Bourbon, Double Gold. Weller 107, Double Gold. Weller 12, Double Gold. I don't know how this grading competition works. I don't know if there's points, if there's a point system. So just because you get Double Gold, maybe 107 is 91 points, but the Weller 12 was 93. And nothing else got 93, so therefore there's not a competitor. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's just weird to me that it did not even compete against anyone. It was like Weller 12, the finalist. Weller 12, best in class. What about these other ones? I don't know. This is why I drink. Best of class craft distiller whiskey goes to Rogue Ale and Spirits Rolling Thunder Stouted Whiskey. Interesting. This was the one, like, that's Master's Keep. That is a Master's Keep bottle. Crazy. So these guys are out of Oregon, just absolutely killing it, man. So that's cool. It seems interesting. Just doing crazy stuff. I like doing that. It's a single malt, too. Interesting. American single malt. Well, it is stouted whiskey. What was this? Just craft distiller whiskey. So that wasn't even bourbon, so just whiskey in general. Best of class Tennessee whiskey goes to Jack Daniel's 10-year-old Tennessee whiskey. It was competing against the Dickel. It was a bottled and bond one, I believe. So Jack Daniels, I called that one, but Dickel, don't hate on them. They have some really good stuff, okay? Best of class corn whiskey. So they go all out. Old Hickory. Okay, what is this? Corn whiskey. Interesting. I think it's cool, though, that they have little pages you can read up on whoever's tasting notes. Best of class wheat whiskey, Bainbridge, Battle Point, barrel proof wheat whiskey. A lot of this stuff I've just never heard of. I feel like a lot of people probably haven't heard of this. Best of class unaged whiskey. Okay, interesting. The best of class rye whiskey, lock and stock barrel, 21-year-old straight rye whiskey. Whoa, never even heard of that. Look at that crazy thing. But yeah, that's the other. Let's see if there's anything else that would pertain to us. The Muckety Muck. Okay, best of class single grain whiskey, Muckety Muck. Oh, 25 years old. Interesting. Muckety Muck one, huh? Flavored whiskey, standard proof cinnamon. Where's the fireball at here? But yeah, you can see it goes on Irish whiskeys, all sorts of stuff. And there's so many, man. It goes down to brandies, everything. So definitely come check this out. A lot of those we kind of saw coming. It wasn't that surprising to me. Others, a little bit iffy. But then some models came out and just showed people who's boss out of nowhere. So let's end that on there. So there we have it, guys. Those were the best in class and best in show bourbons and some other whiskeys. If you want to know about the other ones, Irish Scotch, if you want to go look at the vodka, you might want to make yourself a nice mule. It's all there. Go on over to the website, check it all out. And again, go look at the full results on that page. You can literally see every bottle that won an award and what they got, you know, sift through there. There's tons of them. So very, very interesting stuff. All right, there we have it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Turn the bell notification on to be notified when I release future videos, when I go live. Come hang out. If you want to support me more, if you want to get cool merch and, you know, Darth Glens and stuff like that, check out the link to the Patreon page. Exclusive items, exclusive access to barrel picks. It's the best way to support me. Go down there, check out all of that stuff. And until next time, guys, I'm Trev Wilson. This is another episode of Booze News. See you in the next one. Friggin' nerds. I'm still recording.